Alright, today we have a 2012 Kia Sorento. If you have any Kia Sorento, it's the same procedure. This is all-wheel drive. You're going to change the front brake pads on this car. The brake pads are in here. They're pretty much finished. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this number 14 bolt down here. Alright. So once you loosen this bolt up, you're going to be able to take out this bolt just like that. And once you have that out, what we're going to do is we're going to lift this caliper out. Right? You don't need to remove the top bolt. You take a screwdriver, flathead, or a pry bar. You yank it in there. You can even push the piston back just like this a little bit to make it loose. Alright, and we'll lift this caliper up. We'll remove it from its place. And we'll put it right here, right? Don't let the caliper hang. And what we're going to do here is we're going to pry up this brake pad here, right? This brake pad is almost finished. And on this brake pad, you have two notches, right? So when you put in the new brake pad, pay attention to those notches. And then you got the inner brake pad, which is finished totally, right? On the inner brake pad, this brake pad is in there like that. So if you flip it, you're gonna see this brake pad with its brake indicator sensor here. All right, so when you put it back, make sure it's in the top and on the inner brake pad. Once you have that removed, you're gonna see these little hardware kit right here, these little shims. All right, this one's right here. What you need to do is you need to clean these, all right, a little bit. So you can use a wire brush or a file, or you can scrape it with the flathead screwdriver. All right, just like that. Do the same thing on the inside. Just where the brake pad is gonna sit. Same thing on this over here. These are not so bad. All right. You can even use a wire brush, small wire brush, and you can clean them a little bit, all right, just like that. Make sure you do clean them. If you got new ones, you can put the new ones on. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of the old brake pads. We're gonna compress this piston back, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna need a tool, a clamp, C-clamp, or a tool like this. We're gonna push this piston back, just like that. It should be going in smoothly. Alright, there you go. We have that in there. We'll put the caliper back. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna get the brake pads. Here's a brake pad. Remember the two notches facing out. Alright, you should be able to put this brake pad in there freely, alright? If you can't, then you need to file it. Like this one, I'm gonna file it a little bit. Let me try the inside one. If it doesn't go in smoothly, I'm gonna file that one also. Alright, so this one doesn't go in smoothly. A lot of times I'd never had problem with Monroe's. Alright, so if you have Monroe brake pads, you should be alright. Sometimes you do need to file them. Alright, so but I'm gonna file these because I just don't want to push them in. Alright, so coming back to the brake pad. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna file the brake pad a little bit. Sometimes this paint here on this brake pad is not gonna let the brake pad go in properly. Alright, let me try it in now, because this wasn't so bad going in. There you go. Perfect fit, alright? A lot of times the brake pad is open a little bit like that, and a lot of people, what they do is they hammer it here. You don't want that, alright? You want to make sure the brake pad goes in freely. And all it takes is just filing a little bit of this paint off, because sometimes that paint is too much there. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Alright, remember this brake pad wear indicator here? This little sensor inside on the top. So I'll take this brake pad. Alright, I'm going to need to file this a little bit more. I'm just filing this edge here, right? That's all I'm doing. There you go. Perfect fit, right? Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some brake grease. I like to put some grease on the brake pads here. And a little bit of here. Also, I'm gonna get a rag. I'm gonna wipe this off, the pin on the caliper, and also I'm gonna wipe this grease off, and I'm gonna put new grease on this pin. Alright guys, I'm back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe this grease off. I'm gonna put this pin to the side, and also I'm gonna wipe this one off right here. Alright, it's nice and clean, alright? What I'll do is I'll take some fresh grease. We're gonna put some grease there, right? This pin has a little rubber bushing on the front that goes on the bottom. The way that little bushing works, it builds a compression in there. It opens the brake pad, so the rotor comes is open on the bottom, right? All right, so we're ready to put this in. Let me show you guys what we got so far. All right, there you go. We have new brake pads on a Kia Sorento, and I'm gonna close up the caliper. So I'll take this caliper, I'm gonna put the sliding pin in, and I'm gonna bring the caliper down. See this cable here? Make sure it's not a twist to it, because sometimes a lot of people, they turn it, twist it, and this has a big twist on it. That causes a restriction on the fluid. You don't want that. All right, so number 14. Do not forget to put this number 14 back in. And we're pretty much done here. I'll take number 14. I'm gonna tighten this up nice and tight. Sometimes this will turn, so you can hold it with a vice grip or a wrench. Right? There you go. That's how you do brakes on a Kia Sorento.